Imperial Jupiter?
I pressed start streaming. So.
Oh, never mind.
We were talking crap.
I need to get chat.
Yeah, let me get chat out here. Hello, everybody.
Oh, I need to tweet this.
We're early. We're 3 minutes early. That's like the first time ever, I think. Maybe.
Rats. Even with all our technical difficulties.
We had technical difficulties today too, but we were on our stuff. We got it figured out.
Why don't people just blame the streaming companies? I mean, it's their fault.
All right, let me.
Ads.
You have to watch it. Sorry. I am sorry. Okay. What are we looking at? Let me get Twitter loaded up.
Oh yeah.
All right. He's gonna have. Charles from Tech always says he has to call me out because I recolored Zero. It's because Lee's already blue for Mega Man, and I mean I don't think I ever represented red or like liked red. It's like when I recolored Goku for to green as well.
Hey guys, it's Charles from Tech always.
Didoof plays. Yeah, we notice you. Hi. Who is Senpi? Senpi.
Jordan Epstein, what's good? This guy's here all the time. So is Michael.
Yes. Lots of
Derek,
familiar names.
Josh, Sam, you know who you are. This is just a blue shirt. No logo, no nothing.
Sam here with this black shirt.
What's up, not Lee? I'm Lee. That is not Lee. You should call your channel not ComTV. Tiger plays Minecraft. What's up? Danny?
What's up?
Did you play and beat Mega Man?
Oh man, no. I played it, but I can never beat Sigma. Or I'm not sure who was the bad guy in the original non-X series. But the last boss in Mega Man is always like one hit and half your health is gone. So like, it was so hard.
Yeah, no, that's what you know. What I was thinking. They used to make games so much harder to play. Now you basically just play for the experience, right? Like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a handful of games that are tough. Like
Dark Souls is one of the tough ones. Like.
Yeah, like Dark Souls is the only one that comes to mind when I think of modern games that actually have a hard difficulty. Like even the shooters, like technically there are harder modes you can play.
Yeah.
But I always feel like that loses my attention more than like a platformer used to.
Yeah. Cause like. I think it wasn't that complicated of a formula though. What they did was they just threw a whole bunch of bullets on the screen and also increased the damage that it did. But like if you are a person who can play basically like a robot and are very accurate with your movements, Mega Man is probably really easy for you. But I'm just not one of those type of people. Like you have to be able to do it over and over because not only is the boss's damage way higher, your damage to him is really low. Like if you watch this video, each time he does a full blast to Sigma, I think he takes 2 bars off of that. And then there's like multi-stages and stuff, so yeah. Crazy.
Let me get this tweeted out.
I actually have not played Dark Souls, like except for trying it out on like a friend's computer or a console. But I think I should.
We're getting some responses that my mic volume isn't very high.
Oh, whoops. Let me see.
I can turn my mic input up.
Say something again? Ba
Hello,
ba ba.
testing,
Yeah,
testing,
no, I
testing.
can turn you up. Hello?
Alright, cool.
Let me know if that's better, chat.
Chat, let us know. I can raise my volume up on Discord as well. Yeah, my output volume is...
Oh, is it because...
Oh, the Skype
The
throttling.
thing, I totally forgot. Okay, let me open volume.
So I'm going to turn my mic volume down now.
Yeah, and let me turn this down.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe Discord still does it. Okay, hello?
Hello, testing,
Oh,
testing.
yeah, that's...
Oh, wow, now I'm too loud.
I got you. I'll adjust it.
Okay, cool.
Test 1, 2. Hello?
Oh, that thumbnail. Woo!
Okay.
Juicy.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use my handy dandy thumbnail grabber tool.
What resolution does it give it to you at? I think my thumbnails are 720p.
It gives you the max res default.
Oh, okay.
So 720. Windows Shop Weekly 19, man. Oh. Hey, Zero's not green.
He's not, he's red. No, wait, let me see. There might be a variant. Is there a variant? No. Well, there's this guy who's like not.
That doesn't look like
not
a guy.
Zero at all. Well, that's a Girl Zero fan art. Wow.
Wow.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I think they captured. Like, he had. No, see, he had 2 orbs. I don't know why. As a guy. So.
I love how you say it like with a straight face, but it still sounds like you're making a joke.
Yeah. I think Green Zero looks cool, okay? Because green is awesome.
If I send you a Green Zero, can you put it on chat?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you what the real Green Zero looks like. Hold on, give me a second. Okay.
So we're just chilling, guys, waiting for that 5-minute mark, so to let people join in. So these are the... You would.
This is the only true Green Zero.
Let's see. Does that work here? No, not that. Does it work here? Yeah, it does. Green Zero.
There it is. That's a Green Zero.
Okay, Dad.
What's up, chat? Tiger Plays. You want a free gaming PC? You should watch my video on how to get one.
Or you should try to win one when one of us gives it away. Hint, hint, wink, maybe. Ooh. Maybe? I don't know.
90... I'm watching.
Is that Josh? 312?
Someone said the 980 Ti is just barely better than the 1060. I'm going to have to heartily disagree with you, sir.
980 Ti is much better because it's like a 1070.
Yeah,
I think they're confusing the 980 and 1060. Possibly.
Yes. 980 and 1060 are similar, but it shares like similar differences to the 1070. It depends on the application you're using. It depends on what you're using it for.
Mm-hmm.
And 980 Ti and 1070 trade blows with certain games.
Yeah.
But Danny would bring up the fact that the 980 Ti will have less resellability because it's also an older card.
Just slightly, but I mean, I don't know the power draw off the top too. There's like small variables like that too.
Yeah, comparing the 980 Ti to the 1070, I'm guessing the 1070 has better power draw or like less.
Yeah.
They're making cards super efficient now.
I would still buy a 980 Ti though if that had come up for $200 instead of the 1070. You know, it's like obviously if you're offered both of them for the same price, you should take the 1070. But if not, and the only option is the 980, that's still like so close to it that it still can be a really good deal.
All right. We've officially hit the 8:35 mark.
8:35. All right. Hey, what's up, everyone? Danny and Lee here.
Welcome back to Windows Shop Weekly, the place you can go to find some dirt cheap tech by yours truly, but mostly by Danny.
By both of us.
Because
it's equal.
And a clarification, the reason why the stream hasn't been able to be on my channel in a while is because I've had weird stream issues, and now I don't even have another graphics card I can use to test to see if that's the problem. So I'm just going to let Danny do it for a while until I can get a new card. Maybe hashtag Vega, who knows?
We'll figure it out. And man, you read my mind because I was gonna make sure to make a point to mention that because people are probably like, why did it switch from back and forth to only on my channel? But yeah, so hopefully we get your graphics card thing figured out, and then we could switch it back and forth again. And yeah. The reason why we have Mega Man on the thing is because with the thumbnails, to make it not look boring so that it's the same week after week, I've been throwing random characters' bodies on our heads, or with our heads. And this week, I asked Lee what was one of his favorite games growing up, and it was Mega Man. And it was also one of mine as well. So then I made a Mega Man themed thumbnail. And to make it not clickbait and have it in the video, we're watching some Mega Man footage. But yeah. Lee, how was your week?
That's a great question, Danny. Thank you for asking. How was your week? I guess I'll go first since I'm the guest on the stream. That's also another reason why I'm not hosting is because I like being able to answer first. So, no, my week has been really good. I've just been working a ton, even more in a different way than I'm used to. I'm used to working a ton. Everyone knows all about that. But this week has been slightly different and slightly, like, I guess you can say more stressful.
Okay.
So it's like there's a difference between having a lot of work to do and then having a ton of work to do within a certain period of time. And that's been my latest thing. So trying to keep my head up over water, but overall can't complain. Got a lot of work done around the house, and as soon as the baby comes, which could be any day now, I will have time off work. Yeah, literally any day now.
Because you already went to the hospital once, and it was, you know, it could have been that day, so okay. Yeah.
The funny thing, too, I don't know if any of you know this, you can actually, once you're close enough, you can actually semi-force it to happen using drugs. Like, not bad drugs, but you go to the hospital and you say, like, we're ready, like, let's do this thing, and then they, like, give you some stuff that causes the thing to happen.
Do you not want to be able to do it a certain day just for, like, convenience and all that stuff? You want it natural?
We did that. We did that last time. We literally went on the 40-week mark and was like, hey, baby's full term, let's do this piece. And the difference is that since it's so abrupt, it doesn't happen naturally because you're forcing it to happen.
Yeah.
So it's potentially way more uncomfortable because it's happening at such a rapid pace instead of drawn out.
Okay.
But the downside to going in early is if you're just straight up not ready, you might have to end up getting surgery to finish it off because it's just not going to happen naturally. So there's pluses. The more you know, people. I know this is probably a lot of years in your future, but no one ever told me this.
I haven't looked into, like, childbirth or any of that, and it's been a long time since I took sex ed back in... I don't remember when the last time I took sex ed was. If that was in middle school or if we had a little segment in high school, too. But it's been, like, over 10 years, so... yeah, I could always use tips just in case I'm ready to have a kid soon. 9+ months from now, whenever.
Yeah, man, it goes by fast, too.
I'm going to be going to you for, like, all the kid tips, by the way.
I'm going to be like, step 1, go in your room and cry. Step 2, delete your YouTube account. Just kidding. Yeah, so how was your week, Danny? I want to know.
It's been good and busy. As you can tell, since this past weekend's video was not a full video, I just had family in town and stuff like that, so haven't had time to finish a video. But since it was a guess the specs video, I do have the system coming up hopefully this weekend. I have some more stuff this weekend too. It's just like, I don't know, just really busy in real life and work, so trying to make as much time for YouTube, which is why I like doing the stream. Like, even if I don't get full content out, you know, they can still see our faces and interact with us, and it takes way less effort to do a stream than to put out a full-fledged video, so it's nice to have these in between, just in case. So
and according to your standards, it wasn't a full video, but I'm sure a lot of us don't consider that.
Thank you. Which is weird too, like, even that video, it took me time to edit and find the stuff to do and all that stuff, you know? Like, that wasn't just a 1-hour video. Like, to record and plan and, like, you know, you have to set your descriptions. That all has, like, a minimal amount of time. And, you know, planning the thumbnail, releasing it, using a timer, all that. Yeah, so, other than that, just, you know, living life, everything's good. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Yeah. Good to hear. Good to hear. And keeping up with your schedule, which is awesome. Admirable.
Yeah. Speaking of, since people might be wondering, is your schedule going to change anytime soon? Since, you know, you have your editor and stuff now, are you planning on going back to more frequent uploads?
Yeah, so the plan is to definitely get more frequent,
Oh,
especially
slowly ramp
considering.
it up.
Yeah, it's gonna. Originally, it was gonna be jump right into it, but
Yeah.
then I realized that unless there's a queue like you're doing now, building up a queue
Yeah.
of at least recorded content, because there's only so much an editor can do,
Mm-hmm.
and if I only have footage that is minus what we would call A-roll, which is me talking to the camera, which takes a good bit of time. It
Yeah.
doesn't take forever, but um, it takes enough time where when you're doing the B-roll, at least you can also multitask because you're doing something else, like for instance, cleaning, cleaning up your desk or something.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with A-roll is it's just dedicated time to sit down and talk, so it's not terribly difficult, but it requires a lot of planning
Yeah, I
depending
mean,
on what you're doing.
whether you take notes or do scripting and then setting up the camera and framing the shot, everything. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And to back up what Danny said about the video taking a lot of time, on top of the, however many hours, which I think it's got to be at least 4 or 5 hours editing, at least, if not 10. So
Yeah.
for that being the case, if you add in the amount of time you're planning to set apart your B-roll shots, knowing what you're going to do there, knowing what your A-roll flow is going to be, along with kind of like storyboarding the filming as well, we're talking like a total of potentially 20 hours on a bigger video.
Yeah.
Which is, so you can front load a lot of that. Like maybe there were times where I started scripting multiple videos at the same time because I knew exactly how I wanted it to flow, and then I'd base the filming off of the script. That still takes a lot of time, so it makes it a little shorter. But so that's to back up Danny's point that even these short videos, like, it takes a lot of time. How do you pick the benchmark you're going to show in the video?
That's a good question. I think I just try to pick. I think back as to which ones I've previewed before and say, all right, which one haven't I done yet? But I think I'm getting to the point where I've shown everything. I've shown like Superposition, Heaven Valley, Witcher, GTA. So that's why this last one was Overwatch, because I haven't shown that yet. But I'm gonna start to run out soon, so I have to recycle them. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bound to happen, especially because games are so pricey.
Uh-huh.
Unless we can find a good one on Slick Deals.
Yeah. Though, speaking of which, hey, what's up, Zach? I'm not sure how to say his last name. Zach Ferre? But,
Ferre.
Zach Ferre, like Zach, what's it called? Referee. But,
I got it, Ferre.
I think he tweeted out, what's that one game that's like the futuristic Dark Souls? They were gonna have a really cool, demo. Which we should look into that. Futuristic Dark, The Surge. Here we go. The Surge demo. Because this is like, I think it's a pretty demanding game. So, demo release trailer. Yeah, so be on the lookout for this to add to your benchmarks. Demo release right here, July 19th. Yeah, so I gotta go get this now, I think.
Like a Souls-like? That's just so many syllables. Like a Souls-like.
Okay. Yeah. But, contains hours of unlocked content. Hours. Sweet. That's perfect enough for a benchmark.
Ooh.
Shout out to Zach, by the way, for tweeting that out. That's the only way I knew about it, because I did not hear about it otherwise.
And shout out to Zach for serving our country.
Yes, that too. We gotta get him on this one of these days.
We do.
Add him to the list of guests to have. I wonder if he can do it while he's deployed. If so, Zach, let us know, and we will pencil you in for a future date.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Zach's Tech Turf, he's another one of those people who grinds out. He does like 4 videos a week, and even while he's deployed, he's going to be doing at least 3, I think, which is just insane. So
yeah.
Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf.
And
2015.
He uploads 3 to 4 times a week, so plenty of content. Yeah, gotta collab with this guy. You hear that, Zach?
Yeah, Zach, what's good?
Yeah, I already do have some collab stuff that I do plan on pulling some people into. You know of one of them, but there's more behind that one too. So, or after that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Gotta do more collabs. I don't feel like I've done any this year except for the ones with like you and Ofa. Yeah. Other than that, not too many collabs.
So I typed in Danny Flex, and on the topic of Zach Faree, he in his latest video he was talking about his deployment, and he showed some pictures of his Instagram.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that in one of his Q&As. Dude is ripped.
He's swole. Oh no, you're right. You're right. I had to jump back to another video to see that. It was linked out in that main video. Yeah, but he's swole.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even want to post my competition video after seeing that. Him and friggin' Scatterbolt, man, they're both super swole.
Oh man, I haven't seen any pictures of Scatterbolt.
No, he didn't do a full dedicated video to it. He did one where he in the beginning he explained why he wasn't as active in posting YouTube videos, and he showed a picture from his bodybuilding competition, and he was like super tan and like jacked. So be on the lookout for that.
Man, chat, you guys are blowing it up. We are super excited to see this. And also let us know in chat and also in the comments how your day was.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
gonna read
sure.
it. And we're gonna I actually haven't been great at going back to the old ones, which I need to do. I think I got so used to you posting them up that I forgot to go check it. Because it just goes up automatically afterwards. Chat's got me so loaded I keep forgetting that there's more to read.
And we're at about 80-ish people watching, so perfect. Pretty healthy. Want to get started with the deals?
Let's do it, man.
So we start with slick deals. Someone mentioned earlier that there's not too many computer deals. There are when we go to the computer section, but I do like looking at the non-computer stuff from time to time because sometimes there's just some stuff for comic relief or like just the most random things that bring up interesting, entertaining conversations. Let's see. Oh, gimbal, man. I can't wait till like the Chinese companies get a hold of gimbals and they're able to reverse engineer it to get it down to like $100, because gimbals are so expensive still, but they make.
What is it? Just so a stabilizer?
Yeah, an electronic one though. I've used the weighted ones before. It's better, but nowhere near an electronic gimbal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't wait till VIPon gets a hold of that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've looked on VIPon. Not yet. Plenty of action cams though.
Oh man. Oh, a router for $10. Okay, guys. Okay. I'm sorry to go on a tangent here, but in the vein of budget tech.
Yeah.
You guys know me. You know I'm a geek, and you know that I care a lot more than just basic computers. I talk a lot about other uses for computers, and just especially in my tweets, I've talked recently about my Raspberry Pi. So in my whole journey with my Raspberry Pi, one thing I realized is routers are kind of what we solo in as this is how I have Wi-Fi. You can stick a Wi-Fi adapter into any computer and turn your computer into a Wi-Fi router. So the benefit of spending more for routers is they give you more features out of the box. But if you don't use them, you can get a super cheap router and then use things like extenders or have multiple access points that sum cheaper than that one router. And yeah, it takes a little bit of setting up, but if you like to tinker, you can save a lot of money that way. So that's just a plug where you mentioned power line adapters a lot. Well, not a lot, but a couple times in recent videos. So this also goes hand in hand with that. But so a $10 router might seem like it might not be worth it. But even if you look at the title, it even says you can just use it as a range extender, which all that is plugging in an Ethernet from your main router into that, and you can use it to cover more of your house in Wi-Fi. It's pretty cool. Anyways, that was a quick plug for being able to slim down on networking instead of buying like a $200 router, which some people do.
Yeah. If I did need a router, I would get this probably. Though it only goes up to wireless N, though I'm not a huge network expert and I haven't tinkered around with like tons of routers. Because what's wireless N's 300 megabits per second, right?
Right.
Now, let's say at home you a lot of us cap out at what, like 100 or so? I don't know.
I cap out at about 100.
I cap out at 100. Now, does this give you more or less potential than an AC router, which has, is that a gigabit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like you're
Does
saying,
it scale or does it not
for
matter?
people who don't know, he's talking about the different bands that you can
Yeah.
signal out from your router. So the B, the G, and the N all represent different bands.
Yeah. So like, let's say you had an equivalent, like for you, right? Since you only get 100 megabits per second, would getting an AC equivalent version of this not make a difference because you're not even capping out, the 300 that the N gives you.
Right. Or sorry, and I said bands. Is the 2.4 versus the 5 gigahertz. Those are the bands. Those are just the different types of signals.
Yeah.
Um. No, that's a really good question. I don't know what's a good analogy. I guess like sticking a water cooler on an underclocked like Celeron processor would be a waste.
Yeah. Unless
you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Well,
sorry. Go ahead.
another one would be like a power supply, right? Like, let's say you have a 300-watt system, but with power supplies, it's a little different because some people like to only run at 50% for efficiency reasons or low
Right.
heat, low sound. So there's reasons for those, but I'm just wondering for this router, for whatever reason, if just having a larger a larger bandwidth potential affects what you actually get through the router. I don't know.
Right. I would say that I think similar to how we talk about enthusiasts versus budget, enthusiasts tend to utilize more their hardware. So, which this is kind of, it's about what you said, but it's kind of also a bigger, more general answer is you don't want to spend a ton of money on a router because you're never going to utilize it. And I don't think, like you're saying, it gives you more potential unless you're going to increase your bandwidth speed or your download speed, because at the end of the day, it's basically like 300 megabits down. It's still probably a lot more than you're getting at home.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So
I've never hit 300, so okay.
Yeah, if you're like at 250 and you're like, I don't know, do I need an AC router? Then, I mean, maybe, but I doubt it, because I would say that even that number that they put in the router is best case scenario to begin with. And once you're going through Wi-Fi, the other variable to think about is your receiver, because if your receiver on your computer isn't strong enough to pick up that connection, it doesn't matter what router you have.
Yeah.
So, anyways, nerd talk. Sorry, guys.
USB.
These are just practical.
What was it called?
Oh, someone got banned.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
They said some mean things. Yeah, like one of these receivers, which I actually use for like other desktops in my home, just to get Wi-Fi without installing like a PCI card. These just make it so easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people are forced to use Wi-Fi too. Like, for instance, your router is way far away from you.
Yeah.
But I would recommend, if you have the possibility of plugging your computer directly in, just do that, because you're saving yourself a lot of trouble and also connectivity issues.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely hardwired in, especially if you game and stuff too. Kind of seriously, where you'll rage if you lose connection during a serious moment in the game. Yeah, definitely.
Which actually, the last point I'll make is pertaining to what we've been talking to. The one downside of cheap routers is they might actually go down more than more expensive routers.
Oh, like you lose signal, or just like
like lose signal. Yeah. A lot of people, when you read router reviews, it makes you not want to buy one, because they all talk about how like they have to unplug it and plug it back in every day, just stuff like that. So that's something to keep in mind. But it looks like that Asus router is actually
pretty good, well reviewed. Asus. I will sus you. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like it could be a verb. Yeah, I mean, this one looks pretty good. Dual antenna too.
Yeah, I got 4 antennas. How many do you have?
I think I don't pay for the internet. My my sister-in-law, I guess my girlfriend's little sister, she pays for it, and we have just the rented modem and wireless thing. I don't think that has an antenna.
Oh, is it one of those like Comcast, those tower ones?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's just like, if modems were cheaper, I would just buy one. but then it would have to come out of my pocket because she wouldn't want to do that because she's just one of those people who looks at it in the short term. It's just cheaper to rent month to month, even though it adds up more over time. So I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
if you're paying for it, I just whatever.
I bought mine for like $60.
Yeah,
And I bought a wireless router for like 30, so total is $90, and it was $10 a year or $10 a month to rent it.
Yeah.
So we calculated out. We've already had it for 2 years, so we technically have saved money already.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why modems are so much more expensive than routers. Probably because of the internals, or they're just like not monopolizing, but they're just taking advantage of the fact that people have to have it, and they're just like, all right, we're just gonna set this arbitrary price. Because I feel like it's, I don't know, like usually they're anywhere from, like you said, 60 I think would be a sale. Like I've looked on both Amazon and like Best Buy to price match and stuff. It's usually like 80 to 100 for a modem, which I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Routers are like $10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think you're right. I think it has a lot to do with the internals, and also where you're paying for reliability as well. Because your router can be an amazing router, but if your modem dies, you're not going to get internet because it needs to interpret its signal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's a good point, though.
Interesting router talk, though.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
This is why we stay on the front page. Oh, well, that was PC related, but...
An XPS.
Okay.
Hey, Rise of the Tomb Raider, $16 for Xbox.
Xbox. Every time I see these, like, when I see the cover, I just know it's not PC, so I'm like, aw.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
depressing.
I would buy that if it was PC, because that's a pretty demanding benchmark that a lot of people still run. So it'd be nice to have in the suite of benchmarks.
Yeah, but also important to note that some people don't run it anymore.
That's true.
Like Joker specifically is the first one that comes to mind.
Was there a reason for that? Was it because when Rising came out, it was like not consistent or something?
Yeah, he had too many inconsistent results. He would rerun the benchmark, and the result would be totally different.
Yeah.
I wonder if he put his computer on sleep in between and he didn't realize it.
or Microsoft was like updating in the background or something. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's why I always stick to some of the staple benchmarks that are, like the Unigen and the 3D Mark stuff, because those aren't changing anytime soon.
Hey, men's graphic t-shirts for $3.50. That's really cheap. I actually might grab a couple.
And free store pickup. Yeah, pizza
JC
is
Penney.
cheaper than therapy. True. Remember shirt.woot? Do you ever buy anything from there?
No.
But you know woot.com, right?
No, I've actually never heard of Woot.
Oh, it's like a deal a day website. And their shirt section, they would have different shirt every day. They would have stuff like this, and you can buy it before they got sold out.
Oh, nice.
That's what that reminded me of. Laptop cooling pads. I think we had a discussion in Discord about this. Actually, I want to ask the audience this because I've never used a desktop or a cooling pad for what they're supposed to be for, like, or with the fans. I use them as a riser so that you lift it up to get more airflow. But I've never utilized the fans on them. And I'm not sure how much of a difference they make because your back panel, it only has so many slots in it to get air through. So I'm curious what other people's experiences are with these, because this one's only $8 after promo.
What are you waiting for, man?
I know, right? Well, this one's
make the video.
It's a flat pad though. Like I would want one that's. Let me see.
It's got legs on it.
It has legs. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, so guys, Danny's debunking himself. Don't dodge it.
Let's see.
Don't dodge it.
Someone says if they are loud, it's not worth it. I wouldn't imagine these ones being too loud because the fans are pretty quiet. Actually, no, they're pretty small. Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever used these?
Yes, I have in the past. They were much more expensive and probably less consistent build quality back then. But I remember my friend had a custom laptop that ran really good hardware at the time. We played World of Warcraft, and he used it, and he said it helped a ton. But I just used it like you said, as a little riser, and the fans happened to be on. I never actually looked into it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if anything, it's also good for if you're using it on your lap. If your laptop gets hot, it's like a barrier. So $8, I don't think you can go too wrong with it. Oh, what is this one? Ooh, this one. Look at this one. It's hardcore.
Ooh.
It's got like. Wait, what? What happened to it? Where did the picture go? But you see how that model has like it's way bigger. This is for like if you're making your laptop a desktop setup, you know, where it doesn't move much.
What was I gonna say too? It also depends on how your laptop is built because the fans might not be positioned in a way that actually reaches your heatsink.
Yeah. A lot of laptops, I think the fans are using the back, like around this region. So some of these ones will be useless. Like, based on Dave 2D's videos anyways, where he actually draws out the schematics. Usually they're in the back.
Brad Kowalski points out, I heard they actually create more heat than preventing it because you're using your USB to power it.
Good point. Yeah, so I think it's cheap enough though. If you want to experiment, you could. I already have a laptop riser thing, so I can justify cluttering up my space more with this.
How often do you use your laptop?
More as of recent because my girlfriend's been complaining that I'm in the room too late at night, so now I bring it into the bedroom so that I can work on stuff like as we're going to sleep or like if we're watching TV, I can, you know, because yeah, I spent too much time on YouTube, so now I need to kind of balance it more.
Every time she walks in, you're watching car crash videos, and she's like, seriously, Danny? Again? You're like, I don't know how I ended up on here.
It's just that rabbit hole that you keep on like shifting directions like Wikipedia.
This video compilations of just like holes and things with holes in them.
Ooh, what is that? What is that? Trypophobia? Is that what it's called?
Trypophobia, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't we open that up one time? We're gonna do it again.
It is gross. They always do it like on a finger or something with a bunch of holes.
I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna get shivers down your spine for like 2 seconds. All right, we'll remove that now. Oh,
those are just so wrong.
Yeah.
Some of them are really poorly photoshopped though, so it's like, I can deal with that.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
So many people just like threw up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, and people are saying Mrs. Nobe wants more, or Miss Nobe wants more time together. We do spend a lot of time together, but I think you can always spend more time, right? Like, I mean, if this is your significant other that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, you can't argue that there's too much time spent together. So
yeah,
it's not that I don't spend enough time. It's just they're, you know, trying to balance it with YouTube. She could always use more. I'm saying.
Yeah,
but it's not to the point where like she's constantly nagging me and like is gonna break up with me tomorrow because I focus on YouTube too much.
Yep.
Just to make that clear. Let's see. Not too many PC deal, DJI Maverick. Oh, one thing though, Soylent. This is a pretty interesting product.
Ooh.
Because I know someone who actually used this, and this kind of goes along with, I guess you can call it sort of budget and time management and all that good stuff that we like to talk about.
Yep.
But Soylent. So have you heard or ever tasted this stuff? Let us know too in the comments and in the chat.
That's a great question. Have you?
I have. One of my friends, he likes trying weird things and different diets and stuff, and he tried this diet. And,
what was your opinion?
I mean, it tastes like chocolate milk, kind of, or like a protein drink. And it's supposed to be a whole meal replacement. So, let's see, 12-pack for $2.22, so it's about $2 a bottle. So it's like a $2 meal. And it's like, you don't have to cook. You don't have to do any prep or anything. You just drink this stuff. You're probably going to hate your life after like a long time because there's like no texture and like it's the same flavor. I guess you can get different flavors. But I think supplementing this in for like one meal a day would be doable. And it would save you a lot of time in not having like meal prep or cook.
So when you say one meal, one per day, do you mean like as in the whole day's worth of meal or just one meal?
Like that one meal replacement. Like you're technically supposed to drink, I think, 3 of these a day or 4, depending on how much you eat.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's one meal replacement, not every meal. Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. If it was one bottle to keep you full the whole day and gave you all your calories and nutrients.
There is one, but it's not called Soylent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's an alternative. It's supposedly like got everything you need for an entire day's value worth of stuff, and you just drink it once and go on with your day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I've never tried it, but I heard that in terms of price to performance, it stinks because it used to have powder that you can mix yourself, and now they only sell the pre-mixed drinks, which usually means that they're selling you less of the product.
Yeah, kind of like muscle milk or something, where like if you bought the pre-mixed stuff, it's way more expensive than getting the powder and mixing in water yourself.
Yep, agreed.
It's let's see. Yeah, someone's saying breakfast on the go. I've actually not been eating breakfast because I don't make breakfast. Like, yeah, so that's probably pretty bad because I'm only eating 2 meals a day. do you eat breakfast every day?
I eat 6 meals a day now.
6 meals a day, okay. Well,
yeah.
What do you do for breakfast? Is it like a full, like, sit-down breakfast, or is it like fruit and nuts or something like that?
I do full breakfast, but usually it's one of the more varied. It's not as structured as my lunch and dinner.
Okay. Is yogurt, oatmeal, or fruits usually in the mix?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
I usually do a combination of the three.
Okay. That's the only thing. That's the reason I don't do breakfast, because I need something for the most part usually savory. So think of your bacon, egg, sausage. I can't stand oatmeal, just like the texture and flavor of it, even with cinnamon. So that knocks that out. And yogurt, I don't feel like I'm a picky person, but the smell of yogurt just, because it's kind of like spoiled milk, right? Like it has that slightly sour taste to it. And for me personally, it's just like if my girlfriend's eating it, I gotta like get out of the room. So.
But you bring up a good point, which is one thing that I found hard to relate to people I knew is that a lot of people don't like savory breakfasts.
Oh.
Like eggs and bacon aside, like even just like meat in general, like they can't understand the idea of eating meat for breakfast. But I love savory breakfast.
Is it because it's too heavy? Is that what they say? Like it weighs them down or something, or greasy?
Sounds about right.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I love that stuff, so.
I agree. 100%. So, what would you usually eat for breakfast then? You said you don't eat?
If sometimes? I do, like, if I make a breakfast sandwich beforehand, which is like, ham, cheese, English muffin type thing, or like pack some rice and eggs and Spam or something, which is basically lunch for breakfast. Something salty and like kind of like meaty.
Yeah, agreed. I love that too. But after a while, the stuff that's kind of gross tastes good. If it's for science.
That's true. Okay. Sorry, guys. We're just like on tangent here, but hopefully it's kind of relatable. You're kind of getting a look into our lives and like how we try to save money and time and like what we do in terms of all that stuff. We share the same problems as all of you, trials and tribulations. So hopefully this helps, or at least it's entertaining.
Whoa, that's an insane deal for a 22-inch monitor.
Yeah, because it's 1080p too. Normally, like, when they're this small and this cheap, you get, like, the 1600 by 900 and stuff. But,
I hate that because it looks like a 1080p monitor.
Whoa. Yeah, but I actually bought one by mistake from Best Buy before. Like, I didn't even look. I saw the cheap price. I saw it was, like, 21 inches. I was like, buy it. Then I read the receipt, and I'm like, wait, I just bought, 1400 resolution monitor. So I had to go return it, which is nice with Best Buy anyways, because they have physical stores.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what about Fry's, though? If you bought that from Fry's and it was a 1080p, you could take it back, couldn't you?
I could, but that's like an hour round trip, if not more, so that like kills that kills it. But this one's like I think it's online. Email promo code. Let's see. Yep, free shipping, no rebates. You just use the promo code, $60.
That's insane.
Yeah. Like
if I needed a quick iFinity setup, that's like, well, guys, we're talking $180 for an iFinity setup.
Yeah.
Surround if you're NVIDIA. That's insane.
Wait, what's NVIDIA's one called again?
So much better than Surround.
Oh, it's called Surround? Huh. Yeah. I just call it iFinity even if it's on NVIDIA. Because my first experience ever with iFinity was with AMD, because I think they were the first ones to do it in their graphics cards back in the 6870, that generation. Like, during the time I looked at NVIDIA, they didn't have any offerings that let you do 3 monitors. I think they let you do 2, but not 3. And the 6870 did, so that's why I went there. But you currently have 3 monitors. When did you first start using 3 monitors?
Same as you, actually. I started using 3 with my R7 260X. So I iFinity was my first experience as well, but that was like literally this year. No, sorry, 2016. I started getting it together in 2015, and then I built my new system at the very end of 2015 and had 2 monitors up until then, because for work, 2 monitors is basically what I use for work. And then I switched to 3 just because.
I only have
you
two,
use an
2
ultra
at
wide
work.
though, right?
I have an ultra wide, but like what you're seeing on the stream, which other people can't see, it's on a secondary small monitor, kind of like this, that I bought for like 60 or 70 bucks. Because it just makes it way easier to like move around and stuff. Zach also made a good point. He said it's 75 hertz, which is really awesome to see in a lot of these monitors. Like, you're starting to see 70. I've started to see a lot of monitors like just 75 by default. So you get that extra 15 frames, you know, of smoothness if you run your games at if you can get that frame rate. But I don't know if this is IPS or not. Probably not, just based on the price. TN.
Yeah, that'd be amazing if it was 75 hertz and IPS.
Yeah, this is TN. Okay. Still, I would
TN
say
panels are
deal.
good.
Yeah, they're good. Not as good viewing angles or color reproduction or accuracy or whatever, but like I think for gaming, you know, you're not really trying to like match colors across all monitors and stuff. I think that works.
I love how you laid it out though. You're like, other than viewing angles, color accuracy.
But here's the thing too, like, unless it's like at a workplace where you have like people around your monitor trying to look, like, when are you trying to use your computer from an angle or like from up top? Really rarely. So I think those are just small gripes.
I noticed too, like the design, because I work at a place where there's designers and developers, and I always was like, why do the designers' monitors look so good? But I never was close enough to realize it. Finally, I sat down and looked at the monitor. I'm like, what? They got 1440p 27-inch monitors, like every one of them.
Wow.
I have two 1400 monitors.
That's what I have too.
Yeah.
I don't even have 1080p at work. It's like, really
I was
sad.
like, what's up with it? I mean, they deserve it because they literally design everything, but I thought that was hilarious. I'd much rather have 2 smaller ones than 1 bigger one, though, because that's what the designers usually do.
Okay, let's see. Other than that, let's go to PCs real quick. So then if you guys haven't sent Craigslist stuff in, be sure to send that. How are we doing on time, Lee? Just so that we can kind of plan everything out for the rest of the stream.
We're good. We're good for like another probably 20-ish minutes.
20-ish minutes. All right. So let's get to actually everything that's gonna be in the PC section. There is gonna be at Build a PC sales. So let's check out what we got here.
Yep.
Whew.
Oh wow.
Whoa, $50 from Jet.com.
$50, man.
I mean, even with tax, that's only $5 more. Free shipping.
How much did you get yours for?
Wait, I got mine for 56, I believe.
Okay.
56 or
so it's even better.
So this is even better or the same. But I would say if you can find one for like $70, it's worth it because they were out of stock. I don't know if that's gonna continue to. That's gonna be the trend still. Oh, is this sold out? This might be too old. 7 hours ago. Because look, it says 62.36, but here it's already up $17. So sorry guys. At least it's in stock though, so you can do the math and see if it's worth it yourself.
Man.
Yeah. 1700X. These are dropping in price. $276 from Staples of all places.
Which I never go to.
Yeah, me neither. Except to pick up deals that I find on Build a PC sales. Or, like, this chair was from Staples, the Hyken. Our Hykens, actually, both of them.
Oh.
Did you buy yours physically or have it shipped?
I bought mine in store.
Okay.
And I got a discount, like, 2 weeks after the fact. Because I called and I was like, look, I see this I see this chair fluctuate all the time. And Staples was like, if you come back within 2 weeks and the prices drop, we'll give you the difference.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, what? Retroactive deals? That's insane.
Yeah. I like Amazon does that too, I think. Like
what?
If you email customer support, they don't always do it. It's not like a policy, but I've heard really good stories on Build a PC sales where if you like message them within a certain amount of time, and then a lot of credit cards also do that. Like, if you can prove that the price is lower, they will refund it on your Visa or whatever. So,
Wow.
yeah, perks, man.
Respect.
How much was that chair? Mine was 115, I think. How much was your, or 120 after tax or shipping?
I think mine ended up being, I think I bought it for 120 and ended up getting it for like 108 or something. It was like an $8 price drop or something.
Yeah, I like how it
Or-
goes back far.
Yes. Yeah. That, and I bought mine like literally 2 years before Danny bought his.
Yeah. And yours, because this is a mesh chair, sometimes people say that like it doesn't hold up over time. How's yours holding up?
0 wear, 0 tear. It looks just like it did the day I bought it.
Yeah, like as long as you use it as a chair, not other, you know, I don't know what else you would use it for, but take care of your stuff and it should last.
I'm just laughing also about the time that you mentioned how you could just like fart out of the bottom of it.
Oh yeah.
It's so true.
I see. Oh yeah. So this deal came back on. You're the one who tipped me off on this, I think, on the Twitter that one time. $20. You can buy one. Should be no tax for a lot of people. Free shipping for this power supply, which I have about 4 left sitting in the background of over there. If you guys need a power supply, or if you plan on building soon or building for someone soon in the future, I don't know if you can beat this deal, man. Like, there's no mail-in rebate or that hassle. Did you pick any up when you linked this?
No, just because I haven't really had a need for any power supplies lately.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would definitely.
I went overboard. I have too many power supplies now. I think I have like maybe close to 10. Like both new and used and refurb, or not refurb, but like EVJB stock. So
Nice.
at least I don't have to buy them forever.
Well, yeah, and who knows? In a couple months from now, when all people start deciding to do builds.
Yeah.
Let me point out, if you guys haven't seen the build compilation that Danny did of build tips from the tech tubers, the homies.
Oh yeah. That video.
Danny had a good tip, which was, in his case, he said, don't buy all your parts at once if you can't. But that also means don't wait to buy all your parts at once. Which his main tip was buy them piece by piece as you can afford them. So this 600-watt power supply is going to run most any system you're going to build, unless you're going like SLI or something. So it's probably not a bad idea to just go ahead and pick one up if you plan on building and
Within like the
I
next
don't see
year.
why not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you're waiting a long time, you never know, because PSUs aren't going to drop in value because they just do one job.
Yeah. They're not like, I guess, what am I trying to think of that goes lower in price? I guess
Graphics cards.
graphics cards over time, CPUs over time. This PSUs are just like, for whatever, you know, category of rating they are, and from whatever company, it's pretty fixed from what I can see. I don't see this going below 20 unless you want to deal with like annoying rebates, which we do deal with, but some people hate them. So.
And even around Black Friday, $20 is like the average. $15 to $20 is usually what you see.
Yeah.
Power supplies drop to. So.
And they're usually 400, 450 watt, 500 watt.
Yeah.
Usually not 600 watt. Like 600 watt gets you can run any graphics card without problem.
If you want to risk it, you can wait for the 450 watts to drop to $12, which they do every year.
Yeah, they do. Let's see.
Bum, 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 bum.
Hyper 212s, man. Yeah. You know how I feel about crowd rigs. I gotta still give love to Hyper Evos or Hyper 212s. I always say Hyper Evo since like for the last 10 years. But you use these, and we've used these in the past.
But even if you're being fair, the mounting mechanism is enough of a reason to go with the cry rig.
Oh, because this is being annoying? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's annoying.
This is the most, if the Hyper 212, which this was my exact situation. The Hyper 212 was the first CPU cooler I ever installed. And it made me completely afraid of CPU coolers because you feel like it's breaking, you feel like you don't have the right amount of tension, you have no idea what you're doing. I would say that alone kind of gives you the push to just try something else. They really slipped up because the T4 is just, it's almost the same cooler, and it just is so much easier to
Way
install.
easier to mount. Yeah, they need to. Yeah. Then wait, does the T4 have a back bracket as well? I forget.
Yeah, it comes with. No, it uses the default of whatever you're using.
So it doesn't have like a back plate to like. Okay. Which makes sense because I think it is lighter, slightly, so that it's not pulling on the motherboard and doesn't need the support. Okay.
Yeah. No, and that's another good point. Like, it's good to know how to do that. Like, I guess if you're going to be building a ton, but if you're going to be building like one time, it's like, yeah. But with the new AMD, with the Ryzen release, man, those things run like amazingly under their stock coolers. So you don't even need to buy coolers anymore, even when you overclock.
Oh man,
whenever they're getting so much more power efficient. GPUs and CPUs are both getting more power efficient.
I'm curious now how that lines up with the Crow rig, right? Cause man, I gotta check that out once I do my Ryzen build, which will be like forever. So someone's probably gonna beat me to it.
Well, see, we've been knocking CryoRig's Lumi series because it's so expensive, but that might be a smart move considering that maybe people are going to stop buying the less aesthetic ones. Yeah. Because the only reason why they'd want a regular cooler was for aesthetics.
Yeah.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
Yeah.
Danny's also showing us his new tab trick if you want to get the deals on time.
I'm just seeing, like, did anything pop up? Oh, man. Deals haven't been that updated. 14 minutes and about an hour. So
wow, look at that. That's an insane deal. A 1066 gigabyte for $240 with Rocket League.
Brand new. And no rebate. Yeah. You get Rocket League, which is worth, I think, 15. And you just use, Master Pass. I think you have to pay a certain way.
Aw, that stinks. If you have a MasterCard, I'm guessing.
Yeah. But, okay. Rocket League's worth $60. Okay, Newegg.
Nah.
What are you trying to pull here? Yeah, but I mean, yeah. How much did you get for yours again? Like how much did someone pay for it? Regardless of the shipping and the deals, like how much did someone pay to get a used GTX 1060 from you?
So without shipping, because shipping was a significant part of it.
Oh no, I mean he had to pay for it, right? So
yeah. So I got about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah.
I totally interrupted you.
No. That's all I was asking.
Oh, I got in total $270 back.
But that was after eBay fees and stuff, right?
After fees, it was probably more like $250.
Okay. So the guy.
But then that wasn't including shipping. So with shipping included, I more or less broke even on the card, which I got for $260.
But that guy paid way more than this.
Yeah, he literally could have, even then, they had dropped back down to stock pricing, so he could have bought a brand new one for the same price.
Yeah. Oh, he really wanted to. I wonder if he was a minor or just like some person who was a gamer. Would you feel any worse if he was like a regular gamer trying to buy a card?
A little. I mean, my card was like barely used, but I will say it had some aesthetic stuff to it that I listed in the description. I couldn't get all the plasti dip off because some of it was just specks on the side. So, but yeah, no, I feel a little bad, but at the same time, who knows? Those 1060s could have gone out of stock pretty quickly after they came out.
Let's see.
What is have you ever gotten really ripped off on something you bought?
I'm trying to think way back. Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
You're just too good, man.
Well, I've had it be the case where it wasn't as described, but it was such a good deal that it made such a good deal just a regular deal, you know? So, but, yeah. I can't think of anything. What about yourself?
My 260X.
Your 260X?
I should never bought that card. Had I just gone used...
Wait, you didn't buy it from a person, though, right? I guess when you said rip off, I thought you meant just from, like, another person, not from, like, a store or retailer.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I don't think I've ever gotten ripped off by a person. I tend to be really like I tend to like super like when I say haggle,
Uh-huh.
that's 100%. I'll literally lowball someone, and if they just completely like give up on me, then I'll just move on because usually my budget is set in my mind. I refuse to pay more than a certain amount.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, my camera is worth I think around $500 to $600 new.
Okay.
Usually around 500 used, and I got mine for $385.
This was through a local ad. You convinced him to somehow ship it to you using PayPal, right?
Lucked out. I literally
Yeah.
messaged a guy. He happened to be working for a pawn shop, which is why I think he might have been desperate to just get rid of it. I have no idea. But I was like, will you do 385?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yes. And I was like, what? I thought he was gonna be like, no, we're gonna take like 450, and I was gonna try to work him in the middle, but he just said yes to my first offer.
Okay. It worked out.
Yeah. So it just depends. Sometimes you lose deals. Like sometimes I'll send an offer on eBay and they'll just completely decline it
Mm-hmm.
instead of counter offer because it's too low.
Yeah.
But yeah, that R7 260X that I bought from a store, so it wasn't a person.
Physical store or like Newegg?
I bought it from Newegg.
Okay. How much was it?
I paid $120 in 2015.
Okay. 2015.
So it was technically decent price to performance, but it was also a new card, so I could have gotten used.
Yeah,
gotten a used card.
I think that was when like 7950s were like $100, which is equivalent to like a 280.
Oh man, I would have killed.
Which still holds up very well today. Like 7950 is like I love that card still.
I was kicking myself because I was just looking. I was like, why didn't I get the 270X? It would have been worth $10 more. Like,
oh yeah, 270X for $10 more. I think that would have been worth it. Yeah.
Oh man, I was kicking myself for the longest time for that. But have you done anything like that? Like gotten a bad deal, even online?
Online.
You can say no, man. It's okay to be too good.
I mean, probably when I used to buy normal price things on Newegg back before I got into the used market, like with my first PC build, I think I pulled up the invoice. This was back in like 2008. And the hard drive was like 500 gigabytes or 250 gigabytes, and it was like 60 or $70 or something.
Oh.
I was like, ooh. I think that was normal price though. But
yeah, I mean back then.
Yeah. And I don't know what the used market would have been like back then, so I can't speak for that. But I feel like I got ripped off just knowing now, you know.
How do you guys feel about this, by the way? I just want to recap what we've talked about so far. Danny, getting a bad deal is buying at retail price. So just for all of you who've ever bought something at retail price, just kind of sit and think about that.
I bought things at retail. I think maybe. Yeah, I have.
And he always knows someone. He's like, man, how about I spend $200 on this thing from Microsoft? Psych, I have a friend. I'll spend 50 instead.
Let's see. So this was you have the 920 or 922. I always forget.
I have the 922.
Okay, but I think that has just a slightly more features than the 920. Did you get yours for $50? If so, then screw this deal.
I think I got mine for 50 on a Black Friday. It was either 50 or 60, so it might be the same price.
But I think the image quality is it's really close, and this is what Lee and I use, and this is what I actually started making YouTube videos with. So this is a pretty decent deal if you're looking for an external webcam. Though you can get the newer version, according to Lee, during like some of the holiday sales, if you can wait for it.
Yeah, it'll drop down. You can get the slim down, like my version. The reason why it was so cheap, it was literally the same price as the 920 on Black Friday, but it was literally different packaging. That's all it was.
Oh yeah, it comes like the package is like less, right? It's not like the full box and transparent see-through part and stuff. Okay. Yeah, who cares? Exactly. You bust it open anyway. Unless you want to like make a wall of decorations, it's the same thing.
No, because then eventually your wall of decorations would get torn down and people would forget who you were. Cough, cough, JD.
Oh, true.
He tore down his tech wall. So sad. Which, Danny, you're working on a wall yourself, aren't you? Unofficially?
This is just because I want to keep the boxes in case, and I don't really have a place to store them. Like, this wall is a good storage place, because otherwise I have to put them in boxes, and now I have boxes just kind of take up more volume. Whereas I don't really use the windowsills for anything, so they stack well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks awesome. And you know, if you're a tech person, you like it being in the dark, so.
Yeah. I think that's about it for these deals, though, except for this Optiplex tower. Let's take a look.
What?
Oh, it's sold out, of course.
Oh, 250. Wow, 3470.
i5 3470, 8 gigs of RAM.
8 gigs of RAM.
Hard drive for 250. I mean,
And a full copy of Windows.
this, I would recommend this like easily.
Oh, man.
Throw in a
Sick build.
1050 Ti, and you're good to go for a really
It's a nice
good
tower,
system.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a mini tower. It's this little cute one. Man, that would have been a good deal.
Yeah. Windows 10 Pro. Okay. We should probably wrap it up now, I think, because you said you had about a few more minutes from like 8:35-ish for you. 8,
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Wait, do you
wrap
want
it
to
up.
check out a couple of Craigslist?
Yeah,
Craigslist deals?
Craigslist deals. Let me go to these Craigslist deals.
Craigslist deals.
I think we only had one, which wait, let's see. Vocal Lizard bought a used i5 for a 1TB system. Keep on. Vocal, if you're watching, I'll just answer right here. Keep it.
That green theme though,
used
is throwing me off.
Keep it under $200. I don't know how much you got this for.
Yeah, how much did you get it for?
Yeah.
I'm hoping not much more than like $100.
Yeah, because then you could probably get like a 1050 or RX, or actually probably an older Radeon card, if the mining has not affected it. I keep on forgetting about that. Okay, boom! The one Craigslist deal we have, $300.
Yeah.
This actually doesn't look too bad considering the graphics card and it's an i3.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's probably a really decent 1080p system.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 960 super clocked. Yeah, you're playing 1080p games just fine.
Let's see. Let's say 70
See if you can talk him down.
I'm gonna do my math, but you can keep on going. 70.
No, I was just saying, see if you can talk him down.
150 plus 200. Yeah, this adds up to about 300. Like, it is a good deal.
Yeah.
Whoa. So Troll McTrollington, love the name by the way. So let's read his message out loud. Oh yeah, let me bring this back in just because we're wrapping up now. Is that Canadian? See, he donated Canadian money. That's the first. We'll
have to buy from NCIX.
I still need to figure out how. I haven't like withdrawn or done anything with this, so this could be our like stream fund or something. Because I gotta figure out a way how to like split it with you. But
don't worry about it, man.
Thanks for the donation. It means a lot. I feel like donating because you guys amuse me and remind me of how I get ripped off on buying into the AM1 craze when it came out. Well, we all learn from our mistakes, so as long as you don't keep on getting ripped off, then there's nothing to be worried about, man. We've all made mistakes. Which
thank you very much. That means a lot to us. Even, I mean, we're not asking for donations at all. We're just doing this because, but, we appreciate it. Well, we'll make a stream fund, and all of the donations we get will save up to a plane ride for a live Windows Shop Weekly at some point.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of donations, but one day.
Yeah, it gives us some time buffer.
Okay, never mind. I forgot. I think I'm streaming in 1080. I think. Let me check.
Are you? Let me check.
I think because I changed it one time and I forgot to change it back. No, it's in
720.
720. Okay. Well, because someone said to stream in 720, so I thought I was like, am I doing it in 1080?
I feel like you and I, like today especially, are like just a little bit more tired than usual. We're just kind of like
we're in the middle of a heat wave right now in Washington, so it is extra warm in my room because my window's closed. Like I said, I don't want the neighbors to hear me streaming. So.
Oh man! And for any of you Southerners who haven't been on the streams where Danny's explained, they do not use centralized AC.
Yeah, because we only get like one heat wave a year, if that. So it's just kind of bared out. But our heat waves aren't even that bad compared to other places. Like our heat waves are considered like 90s or mid 90s. Where people are like, okay. What? We hit like 110. Where do you... Babies. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, if you're if that's where you live, that's just what you're accustomed to, you know. Like, yeah.
We don't even call them heat waves here. We just say, "Oh, it's just another day."
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah. Let's see.
We might need to start throwing VIP on in the mix here, just for funsies.
Oh yeah,
sometime.
for sure. Like, I know we're like over the stream time, so just let me know whenever you want to wrap it up, and I will. Actually, you just do the wrapping up of the thing.
Yeah, let's check out chat. Let's just answer a couple questions. Just last minute. Any last minute questions, guys? Get them in. Anything else? Let us know in the comments. We'll come back to it. And if I haven't gotten back to it in the past, and I said I would, I'll make it a point, and I'll set a reminder on my phone. You know what? Let me do it right now. I'm gonna remind myself tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just harder because since they've been on my channel, you don't get the notifications. He's whispering into his phone. Oh.
Okay, I'll remind you.
There we go.
Yeah, girlfriend is home now, so she might be on Netflix or streaming or doing something. I think the stream is dropping slightly, but here's the thing. So, I just wanted to Comcast. I'm not sure for you if they give you a limit to how much you can download. Do they?
No.
I'm not sure if we talked about this on stream. We have 1 terabyte limit. I'm not sure if that sounds like a lot or a little bit, but I monitor my usage and I use about 300 to 400 gigs a month. That's just like, you know, sometimes I have to download stuff for like a benchmark or something, so it's like 6. That could easily be a couple hundred gigs actually, you know.
Yeah, and that's, I think they said a full day of Netflix streaming could easily be a gig a day.
That's what kills it. So we hit our terabyte limit every month.
Oh wow.
Because my girlfriend and her little sister, they're on Netflix basically 24/7. So like each person in the house uses about 300-ish gigabytes. So yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering if anybody else ever reaches their limit. Like, I used to reach that limit when I was a torrenter back in the day. But I don't torrent. I haven't torrented for so long now. That's just all, like, YouTube consumption, Netflix, and, like, Steam downloads. Oh, what are internet caps, says TechBank. It's worse in, like, Australia and stuff. I've heard of people with, like, I don't know, like 100 gigabyte limits or something like that. Yeah, and that's just horrible. Uh-oh, buffering out of control. No, Steam is dying. I'm sorry. We should probably end it now.
All right, let's end it out. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming out. Let us know in the comments again if you have any questions. For those of you who are in the chat, if we haven't answered them, we'll get to them later. Let us know. Join Discord right now. Discord.com.tv.tech. Danny and I are there often. Chat.com.tv.tech also works. Put that in your browser. It'll send you over to the invite. Join our chat. Check us out. Thanks for coming out. We'll be here again next Wednesday, and we'll have a guest on here sometime in the near future. And thank you guys for watching. Oh, and in case you didn't know, I'm Lee from Comp TV.
Burr, I gotta find the OBS. Burr. Close out the stream.